Am I going to get
video in? Hang on, real quick. They put the video in for the 2019 SpaceX Falcon Heavy by air from a Cessna 172. This video is fucking good too. Holy shit!
I know that was great.
I love flight things, by the way. I really do. I like flight sims and all that whole 9 yards. And this is definitely not a flight simulator or CGI. But damn, that is beautiful footage, man. Gorgeous.
Yeah, but
Russian bid.
All right, Kyle, I better get royalties for that track anyway.
Oh, you know it. We'll split them.
Kyle, can you hear me?
Yes.
We can hear you.
Okay, so I want to make sure you guys are not responding. I said, hey, what's going on a couple of times. I guess, better late than never. Let's got this thing working here. Sorry about the delay, guys.
Let's go. All right, Reds and Fight the Flat Earth. You guys have a proposal or something you'd like to?
Yeah, well, Russian Vid, you did say that if you would see the SpaceX boosters landing backward yourself, but can you tell everyone what you'll do?
Yeah, I already told you, and also Reds, if this is a legit landing and I see it with my own eyes, I'm going to shut down my channel. I think it's garbage. I think it's fake. I think it's smoke and mirrors. Listen, guys, I want to make it clear. I'm not disputing the takeoff. That's not what I'm disputing. I'm disputing the landings. That's what I'm disputing. That's it.
So if we can get you to see the landings, you'll shut down your channel.
Wait, hang on. I have somebody that might be willing. I have somebody who might be coming out to the States who might be willing to front the bill for this, to have you actually go on location to witness this, possibly, because they've offered before. I don't know if they're willing to offer something like that if they're going to come to the States, but that might be something that is feasible.
Let me
Red,
sure
that'd be awesome.
people. Well, here's something here I want to ask before we get to the steak and potatoes of this little deal. I captured actually the entire launch, and it was from launch to landing. So if you're not disputing the landings, that's great. But then how do you explain that we have video from launch to landing? Are you saying the entire thing?
Yeah, that's the thing.
He's disputing the landing.
That's the thing.
He's not disputing the launch, right?
Yeah, no, that's one thing I want to make clear about all space programs, from NASA to SpaceX to Blue Origin. I'm not disputing the takeoffs. That's one thing I never disputed. I'm just disputing the SpaceX landing. That's it. And that's what it comes down to is I think it's smoke and mirrors. There should be many different angles, footage from many different sources. What I've seen in the mainstream media is nothing but a repeat of what SpaceX has provided to the media. It's not from CNN. It's not from them. It's not their source. They're just replying what SpaceX is presenting. And you have Reds and Astronomy not live, Astronomy Lie, presenting this. There should be a tremendous amount of people. I listen.
I sent you like 4 links of different videos. One of them was literally of a guy in the air watching it.
I've seen that.
Hang on, Reds. Russian. I love how you just throw that out there. I mean, I happen to like Astronomy Live. He's a very well-respected, very well-educated individual. And there has been no dishonesty from him, and yet you just seem to want to besmirch his credibility when there's been nothing he's ever done that even remotely would come across as something to be disingenuous or dishonest. And you may not agree with them, but don't you think it's a little bit much to try to smear his name by using pejorative of Astronomy Lies when you know he is? I mean, you may not agree with him, but he is, from his perspective, literally telling the truth. He is not lying to anybody. And yes, I agree with 100% on his findings, but you can't call him a liar because he's not lying. Come on, that's a little bit much, don't you think?
Here's the thing, Steve.
Maybe.
This is my perspective. This is my thing here. Is basically you have Reds and you have Astronomy Lie. They're side by side. I'd like to have them maybe a few hundred yards apart, taking different vantage points of the supposed landing. Not the takeoff. Again, it's the landing is key. And we always get the same exact view from the same exact spot.
Well, yeah, because we kind of back each other. We kind of back each other up on this thing. That's kind of the point. If something goes wrong with his scope halfway through, we would use my footage as a bit of filler. If something goes wrong with my tracking, then I would use parts of his launch to kind of complement each other. So we back each other up on this. That's how we are able to guarantee that we have a continuous coverage of the rocket because you assholes asked for continuous coverage, which is exactly what we provided. Except now this time, neither of us had any problems with our tracking. So now you don't just have one source, now you have two sources. And then if you look at the videos that Fight the Flat Earth was sending you, now you have four. You have four different sources, none of them from the mainstream media, which, by the way, you said you don't trust anyway, so what the fuck, showing that this thing does indeed take off and does indeed land. This is uncut footage from launch to landing. So what's the fucking problem, bro?
Again, Reds, I just said it. You know, you guys are side by side like Humpty and Dumpty or something. Why do you guys got to be so close? How about you spread out, get different angles? Why doesn't SpaceX themselves, have like several cameras littered around the landing site and get all these different amazing angles? We don't get them.
Over the goalpost, though. I mean, you asked for an uncut footage. He gave it to you. You have any idea what it would take for this kind of collusion from this many people? But by the way, who don't even know each other, because I just watched a video from the Cessna launch.
No collusion.
No collusion. I mean, no matter what anybody does, Russian, you're not going to be convinced of it because you don't want to be convinced of it. I think there's just
no, that's not true.
Blockage that you have. Well, then you might want to give them benefit of the doubt because I think in order for you to actually demonstrate there has been deception here, you need to show that this is actually CGI. Can you do that? Because I can tell you right now.
Okay, let me mention this to you.
Well, let's stop the arguments about whether it's CGI or not and talk about getting you to a launch. Reds, when is the next launch?
Well, that's what I was going to talk about because here's the thing. You are right, Steve. Absolutely nothing is going to change this guy's mind unless we actually get him there. He doesn't know. He wouldn't know CGI if it came around and bit him square in the ass. I mean, I'm using the flat earther camera of choice. No, you didn't. You got 60%. You got D at best. Get the fuck over yourself, bro. So when it comes to actually getting him to accept that he is wrong, he's going to have to trust his own eyes. Well, maybe then he'll argue with his eyes that his eyes are making CGI in real time or that he's hallucinating or some shit like that. We'll wait to see what the next excuse is. But anyway, Russian vids, here's the deal.
You slipped in some
even though this my video, Astronomy Live's video, and a bunch of other videos royally debunked your sorry ass, in 10 days on the 26th, there is the CRS-17 launch of a Falcon 9 rocket. That is a launch and landing of their first stage booster. So right there, you have 10 days to get your ass to Florida. Can you do it?
That's the thing is, Rez, I'm going to be honest with you. I was just in contact with someone before I went on here, and this individual, who's a very reliable source, is going to be there and videotape the whole supposed event from takeoff to land. I'm not concerned about the takeoff. I'm concerned about the landing, and that's one thing I emphasize to this person that lives in Florida that's going to be there on the 26th. And after that, I'll be honest with you. If this individual, who's a very well trusted person to me, if this person takes footage of this thing landing, then I'm going to be scratching my head. I'm not going to deny it. I'm here. I'll just say it right now. I'm here for the truth. If it's undisputable, hold on, Reds. Hold on, guys. Let me just say this quickly. I'm going to be very brief here. This is the problem.
Let me interrupt. Hold on. Hold on.
Yeah, go ahead, Kyle.
Reds, Dave sent you a link for Astronomy Live. Astronomy Live wanted to come in, so if you'll get that link to Astronomy Live.
Absolutely.
The important thing Russian vids is...
That is a cop-out right there, because here's the thing. If this guy actually goes out there, this guy that you're going to say is a trusted source and whatever, you're going to say that he was kidnapped and brainwashed by the Illuminati. No, this is bullshit. You'll need to actually go out there and see it for yourself. You have 10 days to do it. Will you actually do it? We have people in the live chat right now saying that they will pay this shit for you. You literally have no fucking excuse at this point.
There you go,
RV. This is very, very clear. You need to hear this. Everybody in this hangout right here, including people that are becoming in, like Astronomy Live, we have a very decent reputation, right? People are not going around saying, hey, you know what, these people are deceiving people or lying, whatever. You have people on the flat earth side that say that, but no reputable person has ever made any kind of accusation. We have very reputable scientists that come on here. Now, you, no offense, you haven't really been somebody of the highest reputation and caliber, okay? So when we have,
I sure have
about things like astronomy, let me finish. When Astronomy Live, you start saying like he lies, and that you're asking us to now trust you, like you saying you have faith in this other person that if he videotapes it, you're going to believe them. I don't know why you think that we should have enough faith in you or this person that are filming that, because you've never demonstrated any kind of intellectual honesty on any of this. You keep moving the goalposts. Can you see our perspective on this? You ask for something, it's given. You ask for something, it's given. Red's had a beautiful footage of uncut footage. It was gorgeous. I don't know. There's no way you can look at that and not realize this is legit.
YouTube's greatest live chat is offering to pay for your trip there, RV.
How far
I appreciate that.
Kyle?
Listen, guys,
say no?
I appreciate that. Everybody in the chat that's offering. I want to respond to this real quickly, though. This is the foundation of the problem here. Initially, when it comes down to it, there was no Fox News, CNN, History Channel, any Discovery Channel, none of these sources. Hold on, let me finish my thought here. Guys, I'm going to be brief and just let me. There's 5 or 6 of you guys, only one of me. Let me just respond here very briefly. Then I'll let you guys speak. This was the source of the problem, where you had initially just Astronomy Live. He filmed that one landing was a couple years ago. And I'm like, out of all the people cheering like a bunch of girls at a Backstreet Boy concert, they're too busy clapping and cheering to film anything. He was the only one there filming it. There should be multiple sources. This is the stem of the problem. If there was a bunch of people filming this, many different angles, I'll say, look, this looks ridiculous, but it must be real. But it's very minimal. It's like someone recording a UFO or the Loch Ness Monster. There's got to be multiple sources for it to be considered legit. That's how I see it. Go ahead, guys.
Okay, right.
Did you know that everything that you just said is completely irrelevant? All right, so let's go ahead and get back on track, because this isn't shit about CNN. This isn't about Fox News. This is about you getting your ass to Florida, and you got 10 days to do it. You got people in the live chat willing to pay for it. I'm willing to chaperone and show you the spot so that you can see this for yourself, so you can feel those sonic booms. Now tell me right here, right now, that you will actually be able to make it to Florida again in 10 days. Otherwise, what are we just going to say? You're just going to say that, well, this one guy who I thought was a reliable source recorded something that quite clearly debunked my bullshit, and now I'm obligated to delete my channel. Now what I'll do is just say that he's now an Illuminati lizard person, and that his footage is CGI as well, and now I can't trust him. He's no longer my friend. No, we're fucking all of that shit. Get your ass to Florida. Will you be able to do it? Yes or no?
How far is he from Florida? How far is he from Florida?
I'm all the way in California. I'm here in San Francisco. I'm a long ways away, guys.
Good. That's a 4-hour flight. That's a 4-hour flight. That's a 4-hour flight. You know what? We'll buy. You like Southwest? You like Southwest cookies? We'll get you Southwest cookies.
It sounds good, Red. But I want to say this. This is the plan. What I want to do. This is the plan, guys. This is what my proposition here. I'm waiting for the 26th. With my reliable source, who I've known for a very long time. I want to see what they film, what they get, and what end up happening is. Hold on.
Just go to Florida. Why?
Why didn't you just come?
That's what I'm getting at. Depending on the footage, if it doesn't satisfy what I want to see, I'm gonna get over there. I need to do this. And I'll be there for the next.
Why add the extra step? Why don't you just come for the 26th?
Because I'll be honest with you. Let me respond to that. Because if the 26th that landing satisfies my needs, there's no need for me to go out there. I'll shut down my channel. But
I don't believe
if it's a questionable.
Oh, you just talked out of both sides of your mouth.
Well, I tell you what. Look at this, Red. Hang on. Red. He's not going to listen. He's not going to go to Florida, and 5 hours is quite a distance. So let's try to be a little reasonable. I don't think he is going to do it in 10 days' notice. However, we have video footage now. David, hang on. David's recording this. This is live. No offense, Red. I mean, Russian. Your reputation is not that great. It will be nothing
according to you
if what you say doesn't transpire, right? I mean, if you have this friend who's going to go film this. Everybody's listening. We have 600, 700 people watching right now, and thousands of people will eventually view this. They will be wondering what your excuse will be. So if he does this, he films this, and you do come up with an excuse, we can call you out on it. You do realize that, right? And rightfully so.
No, I'll be down there. That's what I'm saying, Steve. You're not listening to me. I said if this launch that I see, depending on the footage, the quality, if to me it looks legit, and this person says, "Look, I saw it with my own eyes.